right. Good morning, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us this morning. I am Deborah Mitchell and the host of Community Matters here in Michigan. And today we're trying to cover the um, probable cause hearing for Rashad Trice in the murder of little 2-year-old Wynter Cole-Smith. And as it stands right now, we are waiting on the judge to authorize the live stream or for to give us access to the live stream. And as of yet, there is a motion for the proceedings to be live streamed this morning. However, as of 15 minutes ago, the judge still had not signed it. So we are going to be looking back and forth at to see if they log in and um, maybe look at some other footage. And then I want to kind of give you an explanation of the case and what type of charges that the uh, defendant is facing at this point in time. Let me say good morning to everybody. Of course, Toxic Orchid. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm not on camera very much these days, so thank you. It's good to see everybody in. Good morning, Denise Feldman. Um, and I think that's all that I see in this morning. Um, but I do see that there are others that are watching. If you can please hit the thumbs up, that will greatly help us with our algorithm. Now, let me ask you guys: are you getting any type of feedback? Um, are you guys getting any type of feedback or anything like that? It seems like I'm getting some type of like I can hear myself twice. Okay, let me know in the comments. Okay, Denise is saying no. So okay, good. So as long as you guys can hear me well, then we're good to go. As it stands right now, I'm logged into the court, and they have not turned on any cameras or anything like that. Hopefully, if they do record it and make it available to us, um, they will then I will post the actual hearing later at as soon as it's available, if it becomes available. And then of course we'll know. Okay, Taslik is also saying that there's no feedback. Okay. Okay. So I'll try to stay still as much as possible. So what is happening with the case is this. The defendant, Rashad Trice, um, has been accused of the murder of 2-year-old Wynter Cole-Smith. Um, there was an Amber Alert that went out last week when the child was abducted from her apartment here in Lansing, Michigan. And so at that point, there was a manhunt uh, going on between multiple law enforcement agencies, including the FBI, to find this young man and this child. Apparently, he is the former boyfriend of the child's mother. They had an altercation. He broke into her home first, is the first accusation. He broke into her home. They had an altercation. He stabbed her. She stabbed him. I guess in retaliation, or she was able to uh, get him back in some way. But apparently, he stabbed her 15 times and sexually assaulted her. Um, and then she fled the home to get help. And at that point, he took not his son, but her daughter, who is a year older than his son, and ran off with. the child. Yeah, such a beautiful child, toxic orchid, the same gorgeous little baby. And so it sent the Detroit community into a tailspin, uh, community activists and all of that really got involved, and the community really got out to look for this child. They ended up finding him the next morning, um, uh, and he was without the child. And then that evening of the next day, they found her in an alley in Detroit, apparently strangled by a uh, cell phone charger cord that was in the car that he stole. So there's a lot to unpack. He has a previous case of assault against this same mother. He has uh, previously threatened the child's father, or threatened to kill the child's father, not directly threaten him, but he made threats to kill the child's father, and so on. And so we've got quite a bit of documents in this case that need to be uploaded. I'll get all of that stuff uploaded as soon as possible. But let me break down the charges, because one of the things that's confusing about this case is that Mr. Trice is facing has two separate cases. One is the federal case that of the charges that were brought by the FBI. The other is rather the state charges, which strictly deals with his assault and rape, or sexual assault and physical assault of the mother, and also breaking into her home. So this is the court case that is actually happening today, and the other post that I have that is scheduled on the 20th for the preliminary exam. So this is what is going on. He was in court on the 11th, a couple of days ago, for the federal charges. Now, again, the federal charges were brought by the FBI, and he has two counts: one for kidnapping a minor, and one for kidnapping a minor that resulted in death. So that's very important, because in the federal case, he is facing the death penalty. Okay. So what is happening with that case at this point, again, so we're still dealing with the federal charges, is that he well, when they had the hearing on what's today, Thursday, Tuesday, the judge is finding a problem with them being able to prove that he killed her. Of course, there's plenty of proof that he abducted her. There's no question about that. But they don't have any proof that he actually killed her. So it's going to be very interesting. So what they're doing now is that the federal case, is now headed to the grand jury, um, and within the next week or two. And at that point, if he is indicted by the grand jury, then that case will go to trial. So this is going to be one to watch. My Discord um, uh, members, Toxic and Denise and all of you guys, this is going to be a very interesting case. Um, okay, so now the state charges. The state charges again strictly deals with the assault and rape of the Wnter Cole-Smith's mother. And so that is the case that we're waiting to hear. But I want to play some footage from um, some of the news outlets, and see if we can help you guys get a better understanding of what is going on. Let me pull some of this up. I don't know why I'm getting this double feedback, but okay. Well, um, So let's take a look at this. I hope this is a video.
Overall health. Every year, 1 in 5 Americans experience some type of mental
I'm not
illness.
sure
People
if
deserve to have
I'll be
access
able
to
to
quality and
enlarge
affordable mental health
this.
treatment whenever they need it. Oakland Community Health Network is the safety net for those who are uninsured or underinsured.
And let
Our
me
goal is to
know if you
support the
guys have any
well-being of our
problems
entire
hearing it.
county,
But I want you
promoting
guys
good
to
mental
hear
and
what
physical
happened
health for
in
all.
federal court
Oakland
on
Community Health
Tuesday.
Network, here when you need us and ready to respond.
Okay. I'm not sure. Did it stop? Okay.
Overall health.
So it's giving me some problems from that website. Hold on. Let's um let's see if we can pull it up another way. All right, so that's giving me a problem. Let me see if I can pull it up on YouTube. Uh, and get a better feed than that. All right, so here we go. This will be better. I was able to pull it up on YouTube. All right, here we go.
To turn is the man accused of kidnapping and killing 2-year-old Wnter Cole-Smith appears in federal court. Thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday. I'm Keenan Smith. Today, 26-year-old Rashad Trice faced a judge in Grand Rapids federal court for his detention and preliminary hearings. He's charged with kidnapping a minor and kidnapping resulting in death. And if convicted, he could face the death penalty. 7 Action News reporter Whitney Burney is live outside the federal courthouse in Grand Rapids with the latest on what happened today. Whitney?
Hey, good afternoon, Keenan. We were in court this morning for about an hour. That's starting at 10:30 this morning. Again, Trice facing a judge for those federal kidnapping charges and that kidnapping charge causing death. Firstly, Trice did waive his right to a bond hearing, meaning that he will be held in custody no matter what happens after today. But then we went on to that preliminary hearing. We got a chance to hear from an FBI special agent who's been a part of that investigation. He detailed exactly what happened from July 2nd until they found Wynter Cole's body a few days later in the East Detroit area. Now, this afternoon, we also got a chance to learn a little bit more of those grim details that led up to Wnter Cole-Smith's death. The FBI agent detailing things like the way they believe that Smith died. He mentioned a phone cord, which we have reported before being found on Wnter Cole-Smith's neck at the time that they found her body. Additionally, they revealed some text messages that were exchanged between Trice and some family members. The FBI agent telling us that they believe those messages came from Trice's dad. Additionally, some text messages came from his uncle. One of those text messages read, "I've got to finish this. I love y'all." Another one read at 4:01 a.m. that she's gone. The FBI agent alluding to the fact that that was in reference to Wynter's death. Now, we, of course, learned a little bit more about the investigative process. At this point, the case will be going to a grand jury. They'll be reviewing all of the information that came out in today's preliminary. Hearing, and then they will determine if it is appropriate to charge Trice. But of course, we're waiting for some of the defense attorneys to come out at this point. We did see the prosecution walking by a few moments ago. We'll bring you all of those details later on at 5 and 6. For now, live here in Grand Rapids, Whitney Burney, 7 Action News.
All right, so that is the situation. Again, like I said, this case is going to be quite interesting because there are text messages, and you guys will have to Toxic. If you can please put the Discord information in the chat as usual, so that and invite people to join us over there. It's going to be interesting because. There are text messages that they have, and that information, screenshots of those text messages, are in fact in the charging documents for the federal case. And there is a text message that he either sent to his uncle or his dad or whomever it was that said she's gone. So I don't know if that will be sufficient to the grand jury to determine that that is sufficient proof that he murdered the kid. But we have to see what the grand jury says. I think that there are some other there's some other footage that we can look at. I'll play this one. And then, of course, they said that he also fought the police and tried to disarm one of the police officers when he was actually caught. So he's got quite a bit of charges going on as well. So let me see if I can pull this one up. And okay, I don't think that was the right one. Let's do, I want to show some of this footage because I think that it'll help help us as we move along and get on this, further into the case, and so that everyone has a background or understanding of what has actually been going on with the case from the beginning. So let's see if we can play this one from another local station.
Anymore. It got so bad that I was even thinking about suicide.
Whatever you're dealing with, call the Veterans Crisis Line.
Now to new information in the case against Rashad Trice. He's the man accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend and killing her 2-year-old daughter. Today in federal court in Grand Rapids, prosecutors revealed new text messages Trice sent to his family as police searched for Wnter Cole-Smith. Victor Williams is following today's hearing, and Victor, the judge, is allowing this case to move forward.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And this is the absolute beginning of the legal process for Rashad Trice. We know a lot of people are looking very closely at this one. Rashad Trice had his very first appearance in a federal courtroom for his alleged role in the death of his ex-girlfriend's daughter, Wnter Cole-Smith. The preliminary hearing taking place in Grand Rapids was the backdrop of Judge Ray Kent finding probable cause to proceed with charges. During the hearing, investigators revealed how they used technology to locate Trice with cell phone pinging and license plate readers during a statewide search. Text messages from Trice's phone were also revealed, several of which believed to be addressed to family members, showing his mindset. One message reads, "I love y'all, but I have to end this." Another one simply reads the chilling words, "She's gone." We know that sadly Wynter's body will be found 3 days after she went missing in an overgrown alley on Detroit's east side. Trice also waived his right to a detention hearing. If Trice is convicted, death as the result of kidnapping is a charge that faces a mandatory sentence of life in prison. And even though Michigan does not have the death penalty, if convicted, Trice could be eligible for this death penalty under federal law. Victor Williams.
All right, we appreciate that update, Victor.
Okay, so that's another interesting piece to this. We actually do not have the death penalty here in Michigan. That is a federal charge. So it's really going to be interesting to see how they are able to flesh all of this out. Again, the case is going to a grand jury within the next 2 weeks. So it could be next week. And then if they find that there is sufficient evidence, such as that text message that says she's gone, all of that. And I don't know. I don't know if they've tested the cell phone charger cord to see if his DNA. Obviously his DNA would be there, and things like that. Her body would have been in the car that he was driving, which was stolen, by the way. This is another tidbit. Apparently, he arrived at the ex-girlfriend's house on a bike and stole her mother's car from the parking lot when he abducted the baby. So it's a lot of moving parts, as is with most of these cases. But I guess it's probably more of a situation where there's a lot of little details that will be critical in the prosecution of the case. I don't think it's so much of moving parts. It's just a lot of little details that you may want to be aware of as we go along. So again, that is going to be it today. I wanted to go ahead and bring it live, even if we weren't able to get into the court proceedings this morning. Again, there is a motion for virtual broadcasting. I did get authorization and all of that, so we're good on that. But the judge hasn't signed it yet, and I don't understand. I don't work in the courthouses. I have no idea how and what happens. I just have to keep checking just like everybody else. Some of the other major outlets may get it before I do. I don't know. But however, if and when the footage from the court proceedings today becomes available, if and when it does, then I will certainly have it posted on this channel. So please, those of you that are subscribed, and welcome to all of our new subscribers as well. I don't want to forget that. Thank you so much, all of you who have joined us as we follow these cases and other things. But besides that, I want to make sure that you guys keep in touch with us. Keep checking the community tab. I normally will post updates in that tab as well, and let you know what's going on with all of the individual cases that we are covering. Also, you can, of course, subscribe and turn on your notifications and things like that so that you are aware. If you're watching from Facebook, follow us there. And we are Can Michigan, CAN Michigan, on all platforms, Community Advocate Network. So if there is nothing else, Toxic is saying, oh, I think they're having a private conversation, she and Denise. Okay, Queen Swope, thank you for joining us this morning. I'm sorry I missed you. I didn't see you in the chat a little while ago. And thank you to everyone that is joining us for these cases. And also, if you are interested, please go on to Discord. And the group is called As the Gavel. Oh, wow. Help me out, Toxic. As the Gavel Drops is the name of the Discord group. Hundreds of cases are being followed, broken down, analyzed, and solved in that group. It is quite interesting and lots going on. And they have some recreational entertainment type things as well. So very robust community over there on Discord with As the Gavel Drops. So make sure that you join the group as well over there. Good morning, Abby from the UK. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, it is a great Discord, Abby. I am new to the group, and I'm still trying to figure out the platform. I have such a hard time. I have such a hard time trying to figure out how that thing works. Also, Chandra, that has joined us this morning. These are all the group members. Weather Watch. Is that Weather Watch? Okay. Hi. Good morning. Toxic sent me here. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate all you guys, and please remember to give us a thumbs up. Who else do I see? I said Chandra, didn't I? Yes, Toxic sent me as well. Okay, thank you, Toxic, and thank you guys for coming. I will definitely keep you guys posted on anything that I find out, and also all of the court documents will go over to the Discord group. I'll get that stuff over to Toxic probably this morning, and make sure so that you guys can see them and go over them, and whatever else, so that you can start a conversation about this case over there. So we'll do all of that. Thank you guys so much once again, and I will see you guys the next time. I think, who do we have coming up? I think that this case should be back in court again for the state charges on the 20th. I believe is the next one. I'm just looking at comments. Everybody's talking to each other. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Abby says, hold on. Okay. Abby is saying that she's from Recovery Addicts channel. So good. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I'm also subscribed over there as well to Recovery Addict. And I need to get over there and get involved on that channel as well. But the 20th is the next thing that we have coming up for the Rashad Trice case. Again, for state charges. That will be the preliminary exam unless they do something with the dates that may be decided in court today. Other than that, after that, then the Ethan Crumbley case. The Miller hearing is still scheduled for July the 27th. They still have not changed that date. No update on the parents' case as it stands right now. I think we're still waiting on an opinion from the Supreme Court and to determine if that case will finally now go to trial. But in the Ethan Crumbley case, there is some new documents out as well. These cases get really, really, really expensive in terms of, because we have to purchase these documents besides all of the other things that we pay for to live stream and all of that stuff. So it really becomes, it really can be expensive. But at any rate, I'll see if I can get a hold to those documents as well to look at any new developments that's going on with the Ethan Crumbley case. So my phone is starting to ring. I'm going to get off of here and talk to you guys a little bit later. If nothing else, then we'll see you guys back here on the 20th. Toxic has put the link to thank you for the lovely. Listen, I don't think that I can do where is it? What does she say? Oh, here it is. Toxic is saying thank you for the breakdown of as the gavel drops. I don't think I can do it justice. It is really, really, really not only a robust community, but a great community. Really nice, friendly people, very welcoming, and all of those things. So it's a good time. So okay. So at any rate, I'm getting off of here. My day is going to get started. My dog is barking. It's time to go. So I'll see you guys on the 20th, if not before. I'll keep you posted. Thank you so much. And Toxic, I'll talk to you over on the other side a little later today. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good one. See you next time.